Well, we got some amazing news from Naughty Dog's next upcoming AAA game, and I don't know if you guys are ready for this one, honestly, because finally, Naughty Dog's Neil Druckmann, the man himself, he has now made some official announcements where he has apparently revealed some info about their next game, and it seems like it's something that's related to The Last of Us, Uncharted, and also a new AAA game that's kind of a new IP that they're working on. And this game, as far as what Neil Druckmann has said, is a PS5 Pro enhanced game. Neil Druckmann has supposedly stated that the game has been in development since 2020. My God, that's already like 4 years in development. Naughty Dog might finally come out and give us an official announcement, probably in 2025 state of play. So that's probably when we're going to be getting it. And also, since we know that the PS5 Pro has just come out and Sony hasn't really brought in any sort of first party titles that are like initially programmed for the PS5 Pro versions, but it seems like this one is finally going to be it. It's going to be from Naughty Dog, and now the official announcement is coming soon. Now, this info comes from Reddit with a linked interview featuring Neil and Ken Levine. Apparently, Sony gave him full control of this project, but not full control of how it's revealed. Now, the interview has since been gone private. All right. It seems like after the interview, they have taken down the interview because Neil Druckmann does not have the right in order to reveal such information this early of time. But as far as what we know from the previous leaks and whatnot, it seems like Naughty Dog is working on a new Uncharted game, and they're also working on a new Last of Us Part 3, which is eventually something that we already knew was going to happen. Because Last of Us 1 and 2, even though a lot of people kind of just, felt like 2 was not really necessary, but still it made a lot of money for Naughty Dog and Sony, so that means that they're definitely not going to be closing in with that game. So Part 3 is coming, and Neil Druckmann has already confirmed that they're already working on The Last of Us Part 3, but Uncharted is something that has always been a huge mystery, because some people that are working at Sony have come out and they've given us some more information exclusively stating that Sony is indeed working on Uncharted game, and it's not Naughty Dog this time. It's actually a whole new studio that are taking over the Naughty Dog project, whereas Naughty Dog is just going to be working alongside them and just mentoring them in order to make sure that the Uncharted game is done the right way. But the entire production and the whole authority is not with Naughty Dog in terms of the new Uncharted game. At least that's what I heard from the latest rumors or leaks. The Game Rant actually thinks that the next Naughty Dog game is possibly coming within the next 2 years. Now, honestly, even if Neil Druckmann ends up revealing the project and whatnot, if Naughty Dog comes out and gives us like a full info about whatever game that's coming up next, I think they're still going to take like about a year or so in order for the game to fully launch, because that's just how it works. Because initially when they revealed The Last of Us Part 2, it took about, I think, 2 years for the game to officially get released. So I think it's just still going to be taking a lot of time, even if the game gets announced in 2025, because that's just how gaming works these days, man. Like most of the good games that are coming out in 2024 and 2025, they've already been in development for at least 4 or 5 years. I don't know. It seems like the new industry standards, like they're just going to take as much time as they possibly can. And from the article here, you can actually see that Sony recently confirmed that in plans to release major PlayStation single-player games and annual going forward. So the gaming giants likely has similar agreements with every first-party studio to manage upcoming game announcements. A potential 2025 reveal alongside confirmation of a 2026 release window doesn't sound too unreasonable for Naughty Dog's game, especially since Sony now rarely announces first-party titles more than a year away from the launch. Ghost of Yotei being revealed in September 2024 for 2025 release is a good example of how this strategy works. And as for whether the Naughty Dog's next game will be the long-rumored new IP or The Last of Us Part 3, though, is something fans will have to wait and watch. Alright, so it seems like yes, Naughty Dog is currently working on a new IP and The Last of Us Part 3, and also they're mentoring another studio with the new Uncharted game. And apparently we also got a latest rumor that just stated that Naughty Dog is actually working on 2 new IP games that's not really The Last of Us Us or any Uncharted series. It's a completely new game, one being the sci-fi game and the other one being a medieval open world game. Because I think, Naughty Dog is kind of this company that kind of, explores all different genres, and especially when it comes to creating games. One being the Uncharted, where they just explore like Nathan Drake's adventure, which is more realistic approach. And then they explore the horror genre with The Last of Us. They went with the zombies and whatnot. And the final one, I think right now, the only things that's left out for Naughty Dog to explore is either the history or the future. So both of these projects are currently rumored in terms of being the next upcoming new IP from Naughty Dog, out of which we recently just got a latest concept art. And this is basically what the concept art looks like. Like, just take a look at this one. This is like the first concept art, and we also got some more about the space game, I think. This is basically what the concept art looks like. And as you can see, there is one character over here, and then there is like a dead dragon. So this kind of just seems like, they're going to be exploring history at this time. And that's one thing that, Naughty Dog hasn't done so far. And I think it would be great if they could just go ahead and do that. And there's like a female protagonist, of course. Neil Druckmann is in charge of the whole studio now, and we know what's going to be happening with all the future Naughty Dog games. And apparently, we also had another one. I'm not sure where the image is. We also had another space game that is coming out. Oh, here it is. So apparently we have two of these, initial concept arts. One being the game set in like space, outer space, and it's probably like a futuristic game that Naughty Dog is working on. And then there's like a historical game, and then they're going to be also working on The Last of Us Part 3, which is like a horror genre. And they're also going to be guiding the new studio in order to develop the Uncharted game. So basically the studio is jam-packed with all the stuff that's coming up in the future for 2025 or maybe beyond, maybe like 2026 or something like that. So that's probably the idea of what Naughty Dog is currently having. But yeah, it seems like it's a good start off, and I would honestly be looking forward to seeing these guys have in store for us. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think about whatever is going on with Naughty Dog? Are you guys excited to see what type of a new IP that Naughty Dog is bringing on? And right now, since the game has already been in development since 2020, do you actually believe that Naughty Dog might finally give us an official reveal in 2025's latest State of Play, which is coming out probably, I think, in the month of March, because that's usually when Sony does like their first initial State of Play of 2025 or every single year. So March is the time when I'm just going to look forward to, or maybe if we miss in the month of March, probably we'll see another State of Play in the month of June. That's when they usually do in terms of like Gamescom and, Game Awards and all this stuff comes up. Even E3, hopefully it happens this year, because I've been missing E3 a lot, man, lately, because that show was amazing, honestly. Love it or not, E3 was one of the best shows out there when it comes to revealing games, and I'm just sad that the event is completely done, and now it's all this online stuff, ever since we had this lockdown and shit. We really miss E3, man. All of those OG gamers out there, let me know in the comments, do you guys actually miss E3? Do you want E3 to come back, or do you think it's good as far as what is going on right now? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, if you guys are going and enjoyed this video, please smack a like rating. It really goes a long way. It helps the channel out. And also subscribe for more latest news every single day, because I'm trying to do as many uploads as I possibly can, so that you guys can stay updated with all the latest information about whatever is going on in the gaming industry. So this channel is going to be your #1 stop for all of those infos. Make sure to subscribe, turn the notifications on, and set the notification settings to all. Now, with that being said, I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.